which for that one person that uses it, you know. All right, so if you ever put stuff on video, they won't watch it. But if you ever not do it, they're gonna say, why don't you post recordings on, you know? Of course. Yeah, just the way it always is. All right, so here we go.
No, wait a second. Wait. Before everything cut out, I had a question. Why is the y-intercept 0, -14?
Because up here, right here, when we move this 14, when this 14's over here, it's a positive. If we was to bring it back over here and write it in quadratic form, it would be what?
It'd be -14. Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
All right, so let's take the square root, and somebody here at the Anderson campus already took the square root in their head. What was it? I didn't hear you.
The calculator says 3.8.
No, you're not supposed to use the calculator because the square root of 16 is what? The square root of 16 is 4, so back off of 4 a little bit and say 3.9. So x is equal to positive or negative 3.9. But we don't want you to use your common sense, you know.
What is that?
We want you not to be able to spell mom backwards or work a cash register. We don't want you to be able to make change. So x is equal to positive or negative 3.9 plus 1. What's $3.90 plus $1?
$4.90.
And what is, you owing $3.90 and you give that person $1, how much you still owe them?
$2.09.
Good job. And now draw it up. I'm not going to go through the domain and range because y'all should have that by now. So go ahead and draw it up. We're just going to draw this one. And our 0, -14, that's way the heck down here. 4.9 is out here. 2.9 is right here. And our y-intercept is our vertex is 1 over and -15 down. That's what it looks like. And now, I'll tell you what the domain and range and everything is. Domain, all real numbers. Did y'all know that? Range is from what? -15 to what? I'm going up. What is that?
Infinity.
Infinity, good. Decreasing from 0 to 1 and increasing from what?
From 1 to
Decreasing
infinity.
from -infinity to 1, increasing from what?
1 to infinity.
Good job. All right, now let's go to the I think the last question that we were sent. Everybody got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll have to look. Well, we're gonna end up doing it another day. Probably Monday will be the last day for questions. We'll probably go over it again. So just be okay. I'm sorry. Let's go back to the clear. Yeah, no, we're not doing those. Next week is the test. Y'all not going to stall anymore. We've done gone over like 1,500 of these things.
But don't you? No.
No, I don't care.
Come on.
Remember, I want you to fail so you can live in a ditch. All right,
In a
3.3
box in a ditch.
and down by the river. 3.3, 47/21. This is number 47 online and number 21 in the book.
So you would never give us the luxury of living in an old bus?
No, you don't need, no, van, not a van. Not a van.
This is
Same
the same
question, look at
question.
there. Wow, is that the same question?
Oh, wow.
It is.
Yep.
Okay, well, we don't need to do it again. Let's see if there's another one. I think that's it.
Exactly
When did you
identical.
Wait a minute, here's one. 3 point, is that the same one?
You're on now.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought there was one more. I thought there was,
Is it a book?
there it is, 3.4. Or is that the same one? Okay. 3.371/33. And that is a test question. Because it's complicated, and hopefully you'll quit and skip it.
Yep.
That means less points that I have to grade. 16x squared. We're just going to do it here. 16 x squared. Okay, this thing's having conniptions. 16x squared. This must be the bad one. I must have picked up the bad one. No, there's the bad one. Let's go over here. 16. You don't know this one. 16x squared minus 32x plus blank is equal to negative 16 plus blank. What are we going to factor out? 16. That leaves us with x squared minus 2x plus blank is equal to 16, negative 16 plus 16 times blank. What's half of 2?
-1. Well, that one is, sorry.
And then 1 squared is 1.
1.
Boy, all y'all got that one down pat. 16 times
I feel
x
so
squared
talented.
minus 1, what? X squared minus 1, quantity squared is equal to what? 0. Now I'm going to ask y'all a question. What's the discriminant?
Negative 16.
0.
0. 0. There's going to be 0. Because what's 0 divided by 16?
0.
0. So this parabola is sitting, isn't it? It's either right here, or it's right here, right on the x-axis, or it's down here, or it's right here, or right here. It's sitting on the x-axis. No matter where it is, it's sitting because the square root of x squared minus 1, whoa, that's supposed to be an x, sorry. Bubba on the back row. Yeah, man. You don't even know what day it is. Equals the square root of 0. That square root of 0 right there tells you that you have one x-intercept, and that x-intercept is what?
1.
1. Your vertex is what? 1 and 0. So that's supposed to happen. Okay, the vertex is supposed to be the same as the x-intercept. I'm going to move in just a minute. So here we go. My y-intercept is 16. My x-intercept is 0, 1. Why is it so skinny? What tells us it's skinny?
The 16.
Oh, look. The discriminant is what? 0.
0.
Because that's what's under the radical that tells you you don't have one x-intercept. So we'll type that in. Let me take my handy-dandy eraser and erase that and put it back on mouse and put it in there and say 0. Look at there, we got it right.
Oh, we are so smart.
Choose the correct number. Be quiet. Choose the correct number in nature. One what? One solution, one x-intercept. Just erase rational solution because that is pinky talk. What this is asking is 2 x-intercepts, no x-intercepts, these 2 right here, this means hold on. This means your answer is going to be in relation to I. This don't count because you're either going to have 2, you're not going to have any x-intercepts, which means you have 2 irrational solutions, or you're going to have two x-intercepts, or you're going to have one what? X-intercept. So take that out and put x-intercept, because in regular layman's terms, that's what you're finding. You're finding the x-intercepts. So either you're not going to have x-intercepts, so you have to write them in terms of what? I, or you're going to have two x-intercepts, or you're going to have what? One x-intercept. So the answer would be D, because you're going to have one x-intercept. And I don't care if you're in marketing, economics, whatever, they're called intercepts. They're not called rational solutions and non-rational solutions. Where you find the x-intercept in the first quadrant and where you find the y-intercept in the first quadrant. They're not going to call it rational numbers. Check. And we feel good about ourselves, so we don't wear sunglasses inside. Or carry around a jug of water. That's what water bottles are for. We're talking about the gallon jug thing that we've been talking about. Yeah, we've been talking. Y'all missed that. I thought we were talking about that. That's one of the, sunglasses inside and trying to advertise it. Oh, shut up.
Drink water.
Shut up, Hubert. No, it's not that. Shut up. I'm not even going there. I'm just going to be quiet. Any questions? All right. So what I want y'all to do for the weekend, and I'm going to shut off, well, let me leave it. I want everybody to work on 3.1 through 3.2 and make sure you've got it down, because next week, probably Monday, I'm going to talk about the test, okay? You've got all weekend to work on it, because I got to move on into the rest of chapter 3 and 4. I've got to move next week. So test next week, okay? 3.1, 3.2.
What should we...
Come in with homework questions. 3.1 and 3.2 homework questions Monday. Yours.
Well, mine are on 3.4, so those aren't.
Go ahead and send them. Well, no, not 3.4, just 3.1, 3.2. 3.1 and 3.2. Yep. All right, any questions from Pendleton or Miss Whiten?
Nope.
I've already done 3.1 and 3.2's homework. I was going to work on 3.3 and
That's fine.
3.4.
Just send your 3.1 and 3.2 questions. If you want to work on 3.4 and blah, 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 4.1 and 4.2, that's fine. I'm going to open up 4.1 and 4.2 if I haven't. That's next week, okay? But right now, Monday is only homework questions. You can go ahead and send the other questions, but 3.1 and 3.2 questions are only Monday, and if I don't get those, we're going to go over the test, and then I'll tell you what we're going to do on the test, okay?
Okay.
Y'all have a good weekend.
You too.
You too.
And this one will have 2 recordings today.